house rules about like when people need to be home, or maybe not home, but or maybe on weeknights there are rules about like when you can make noise or when you need to be home. It gets messier quicker with more people using the kitchen and bathroom particularly. So like leaving hair in drains. Okay, please don't do that. Disclaimer. Just like, please just take your hair after you shower, remove it from the drain, put it in the bin.
This is never a problem for me. I feel like I don't leave hair in drains or anything.
Maybe. I don't know.
Have you ever found my hair in the drain?
I don't know. Well, I don't use the shower that you use, so...
Oh, well, yeah.
So, no, I haven't, but like...
Even when I am at your house, just to be clear, I used the other shower. But yeah. I feel like I'm not a very hairy person, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's obviously more of a problem for girls.
What about when we, like, house sat together?
I honestly don't remember, so I guess not. I can't... Yeah, I think I would remember. Also, people have different ideas about what clean looks like. So everyone has different mess tolerances. We just kind of went into that. But yeah, that's a point to understand. Bills might get lost. For example, someone could open a bill and forget to tell everyone that they saw a bill.
Oh, rip.
Yeah, so I don't know. I can definitely see that happening with some people more than others.
Wow, is that a shot at me? I think it is. Wow, I've never been more offended. Damn. Yeah, no, that is true though.
But yeah, as I said, all the cons of shared living can be straightened out through open communication.
Yeah.
And so I found some like rules for like harmonious share housing that you might want to implement. So the first of these is like equal rights. So everyone should be on the lease. There should be no one person on the lease that like runs the whole show.
You can't, because what I want to do is I want to own the house and then rent out to everyone else.
Okay, like you could do that if you wanted, but then you have to be prepared that people...
You have to deal with all the problems?
Yeah, you have to deal with all the problems. People might not pay rent on time. That's going to be... Then your name is going to... Like, if you can't pay your mortgage, you're the one that's going to be getting into trouble, not them.
That's tax deductible though, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Isn't that what negative gearing is? If the rent isn't like more than the mortgage. Yeah, or you could just evict your friend.
Well, yeah, you could do that if you want to lose a friend.
That's fine. I'm totally down for evicting a friend. It's like a major drama.
Okay, alright.
He's like, this is terrible, Tom.
Even if someone's paying more for a larger room, they shouldn't be able to hold that over the others and be like, oh, we should have more of a say about, you know, where the couch is because we pay more. Like,
no, but if you own it, no.
If you're paying more for a larger room, then that's all you're paying for. You're just paying for the larger room. So you only have a say about the fact that you get the larger room. You have no say about any of the other things.
Yeah.
Another rule that you might want to implement is, like, figure out a system for renter payments that doesn't involve one individual chasing everyone up. So that's kind of what I was talking about. So you could do that through, like, a third-party bank account. So everyone has to transfer money into this third-party bank account, and then that's where the money gets deducted for rent.
Yeah.
So if there's not enough money in there, everyone is... Like, not everyone's to blame. The one person that didn't put money in there is to blame. But it's going to be easier to track them down because you all have, like, names when you transfer the money.
Yeah, so we'll just, like, find that person and we'll get knives out.
Okay, that's very extreme.
No, we'll just evict them ourselves.
That's not on my list.
If you're share housing with someone and there's, like, can you just evict them if they're not paying the rent?
I don't think so. I'm not, like, entirely sure. Well, I think if you're all on the rent, you're all legally equally obliged to pay the rent. So I guess, like, if the rent hasn't been paid for, like, a few weeks and the landlord's like, why? You could say, oh, this person, and then they could evict them, maybe. But you're definitely going to lose a friend. So, like, that's why house sharing with friends is, like, kind of tricky because of all of this stuff. But, yeah, you just hope that your friends would, like, if they didn't pay rent one week, you'd hope it was, like, an honest mistake, basically.
Yeah. Straight away they make that honest mistake. It's too late. You're evicted.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to be a share house person with you. Yeah. Also work out how the utilities are going to be split from, like, the beginning. So unless it's clear that one person uses a certain utility a lot more than the others, for example, if someone's always home with the aircon on, then it should be split evenly, usually.
But, like, you probably don't know that before you live with someone.
Well, yeah, you might not know whether they're going to use the aircon, but you, like, what I'd do in that situation is probably just, like, split the aircon, or not the aircon, but split the utilities, like, from the beginning. But, like, you know, everyone should be knowing how much they're using of what. And if the bill is, like, astronomically high, then you know, like, someone is using something more. So you could work it out using that, I guess. But, like, from the beginning, like, split it evenly.
Yeah. You could start with it 50-50 and then, like, adjust if you need to. But you probably won't, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, unless someone's, like...
doing something crazy.
Yeah, really, like, playing, like, a bunch of video games all the time that use a lot of, like, electricity.
My dad is always like, you gotta turn off the TV and stop playing video games because it's costing too much electricity.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. It's like... No, it doesn't cost that much for, like, play 1 hour of, like, whatever. But, yeah, no, I can see over time it could build up. But
yeah, and then you want to, like, drill down on that person and be like, no, you have to pay more.
Yeah.
And that's, like, we'll get to that later, but maybe I'll just go into it now. But, like, similarly, you want rules around, like, food and, like, who can eat what food. For example, if you decide that you're going to have, like some people in a share house decide they're going to have, like, groceries delivered every week for everyone.
Yeah.
And they are just going to all share all of their groceries.
Yeah.
So
I kind of like that.
Yeah, you like that. But people that might eat less than you would not like that because they shouldn't be having to pay for all of the food that you want in the house.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
I guess I'd be willing to pay for, like, something more... if I was going to eat more, though.
Yeah, okay. But, like, for example, for me, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, I feel like I like that idea because it's easier. You only have one person that needs to go shopping, or you can all get it online or something. But it's, you just have to, like, make sure that one person isn't, like, paying a lot more than they're eating, basically.
Yeah.
Because then it's really not fair.
Yeah.
Also, like, discuss things like sustainability. So, for example, if people are really, like, petty about recycling, then you obviously need to know that from the outset so that you can properly recycle to the way that suits everyone.
Yeah.
Yep. Getting those 10-cent bottles into the recycling places.
Love it.
Yep.
Go the 10-cent cans.
Also, like, as we were discussing before, like, working out rules around cleaning. For example, everyone needs to clean up after themselves in communal areas, or, like, creating a roster for spaces that require frequent cleaning, like the oven or the floors or, like, the toilet.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Even if you decide that you're all going to buy food separately, you still need to decide whether or not it's okay to use other people's food.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like, shared food. So, also, another option is some people do like a weekly shop that has, like, all of the shared food that everyone in the house likes to eat. And then, like, obviously you can go buy your own stuff as well. So if you wanted to, like, you could potentially do, like, a bare bones weekly grocery shop. And then if you want to add certain things but only you eat them, then you could just buy them.
Yeah, right, yeah.
On top of it.
I just imagine, like, I just imagine that I'm gonna end up in a situation where someone else has bought something and I really want to eat it. I'm gonna struggle.
Is that why you like the idea where you just buy a bulk shopping?
For everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, see, you can see the other side of it, though, because I don't really have that problem, but I can imagine that someone might want to eat my food.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't want me to be eating your food, you want me to be eating our food.
Also, decide on, like, communal property. So, do you need to ask before using certain appliances? So, like, if someone brings a toaster to the share house, is that now the share house toaster, or is it just for that particular person?
Oh, it's a share house toaster now.
Well, they have to say that when they bring it into the share house.
Yeah, but if you say it's your own toaster, like you're taking a big risk of bringing in a toaster and being like, it's just for me, you can't use it, and then using it in front of them.
I think the point is that you should just always ask before you use someone else's thing.
Can you imagine someone saying no in that scenario? Yeah.
No, but maybe it's a hair straightener, or maybe it's a kettle, or maybe
it's a toothbrush.
Okay, that's silly, but...
Yeah, no. My mum would do that, though. She uses other people's toothbrushes.
That's disgusting.
Yeah,
that's really bad
for you. Gross.
Like, I'm pretty sure the toothbrush is, like, one of the most bacteria-ridden,
if she was
items.
a housemate, we'd have kicked her out by now.
Oh, gosh.
Kidding,
also...
She's great, just to be clear.
Yeah.
She does do that, though. That wasn't a joke. Yeah.
You might want to have rules around noise and rules around visitors. So, like, who can they bring? Are they allowed to just randomly bring people over? Or do they have to say, hey, can I bring this person over?
Yeah.
Like, is there a rule on the number that you can bring over? Like, are they allowed to just have all their friends over at the house and have a massive party without telling you? No, probably not.
I reckon you just have a list of, like, people that are allowed to come.
Yes, oh my god, like blacklist them.
Yeah. So you just get like a list, I reckon just like white paper, but like in red pen, listing all the people who are just not allowed to come. And then you can just add people to the list whenever you want.
Or like you can have people that like you can come over no matter what and no one needs to be asked. Then like a column like they can come over but just check with everyone.
Yeah.
And then like the blacklist red column where they're just like are not allowed under any circumstances.
Yeah.
Even in cases of emergency.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's in the middle list unless they're not on one of the other two though.
Yeah. Everyone, But you should probably like everyone's in the middle list, but the other two are very important.
Yeah.
I like that idea. Yeah. Have like a traffic light system.
Yeah. Green light or yellow light, red light. Yeah.
Also like rules around like, you know, sexual activity.
Ooh,
So you probably don't want people just
naughty.
Like you don't want to come in and then there's just like a couple that you share house with just like on the communal couch, you know? You don't want to walk into that. So there should be...
They're doing it on the couch. Oh, wow.
Yeah, there should be rules around that.
We'll go to the bedroom if you live with other people.
Well, that's why there needs to be rules.
Just basic knowledge.
Clearly not, because it was on this list of rules.
Who thought someone has been scarred because they wrote that down?
Also, like rules around pets. So if anyone like wants to get a pet, like you should probably discuss that. Discuss the rules around that.
Is it that person's pet or is it the house's pet?
Yeah, the house pet. If the house wants to get the pet, who's going to have it after the house splits?
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
A fish.
Yeah, you could get a fish, but like you still got to think about the custody of that fish. Like
the fish, it's going to be confused. It doesn't know who's its dad, who's its mum. Yeah.
So that's all the cons and the pros and cons of shared living that I have listed. As I said, this is going to be like a series for the next like 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah.
So if you have any ideas about shared living content, we'd love to hear about it. As well as like ideas on what you should look for a roommate, questions you've asked roommates, or like
problems you
should have asked
roommates.
Yeah, any like crazy things
any crazy roommate stories are good content.
Yeah, we'd love for you to send them in, preferably by a voicemail, but also you can just email them. That's fine too.
Yeah.
And the email is thekeyspleasepod@outlook.com.
That's thekeyspleasepod@outlook.com.
Or you can go through the chat function on our website, which is thekeyspleasepod.com.
That's thekeyspleasepod.com. Okay.
So now we'll move on to savings, try this at home, and this week is Tom's tip.
Yes, Tom's tip.
That's you.
Ooh, yeah, always trust Tom's tips. Okay, now my savings tip is don't trust the promotions.
Oh, so what is it like? I'm excited.
Obviously, everyone, well, most people are spending a lot of time at home at the moment, a lot of free time.
Mm-hmm.
And companies are going to try and take advantage.
Yeah, definitely.
They're sending you that, like,